Hello students, today I am going to teach literature to students of standard 6 and I will do chapter 7, the All-American Slurp. This chapter is taken from the book The All-American Slurp, which was written by Lindsay Namioka. Lindsay Namioka, she was born in 1929 in China, and when she was a young girl, she came to the United States of America. And this series of the All-American Slurp, it deals with the humorous experiences of a Chinese family who moved to America. This chapter, the All-American Slurp, is actually the narration of an incident that happened in the life of Lindsay Namioka when she was a child. So now let's begin with the chapter. When Lindsay Namioka moved with her parents from China to the United States of America, they noticed many differences in the habits and culture of the two countries. Read on to find out what happens when she and her family attend an American dinner party. So Lindsay Namioka, they had moved from China to United States of America, and the culture and the traditions of both the countries were very different from each other. So let's read in this chapter what happened when the Namioka family attended an American dinner party given by the Gleason's family. Just have a look at this picture. See, this is Namioka family. Lindsay Namioka, her brother and her parents. And she is Mrs. Gleason's, who was the neighbor of Namioka family. They were invited for dinner by the Gleason's family. So now let's read what happens in the dinner party. The first time our family was invited out to dinner in America, we disgraced ourselves while eating celery. Now celery is a green plant that is either eaten as a salad or it is cooked and eaten. We had immigrated. Immigrated means to leave one's own country and move to another country to live over there. We had immigrated from China to this country, and during our early days here, we had a hard time with American table manners. So here Lindsay is telling that in their early days when they had moved to America, they had to face a lot of problems to learn the American table manners. In China, we never ate celery or any other kind of vegetables in its raw form. We always had to disinfect the vegetables in boiling water first. Means in China, they never ate any vegetable in its raw form. They disinfected it. Means they clean something. To disinfect means to clean something using a substance that kills bacteria. They used to disinfect the vegetables by boiling them. When we were presented with our first relish tray, the raw celery caught us unprepared. Means they are telling when they had gone to Mr. Gleason's house, the first thing that they got to eat was a tray in which there was raw celery. But in China, they have never eaten raw celery. They always used to cook it and then eat. We had been invited to dinner by our neighbors, the Gleason. So the Gleason family is their neighbor, and they had invited Namioka family for dinner. After arriving at the house, we shook hands with our hosts and packed ourselves onto a sofa. As our family of 4 sat stiffly means very uncomfortably, these four people sat on the sofa and they just stole glances at our parents for a clue as to what to do next. And they looked at each other at what would they do next. And then Mrs. Gleason's, she comes with a salad tray. The tray looked pretty with tiny, see, there were red radishes, curly sticks of carrots, and long, slender stalks of green celery. Do try some of the celery, Mrs. Lynn. So Mrs. Lynn is here, Lency Namioka's mother. It's from a local farmer and it's sweet. Mother picked up one of the green stalks and father followed suit. Then I picked up a stalk and my brother did too. So there we sat, each with a stalk of celery in our right hand. So Mrs. Gleason, she told them to just taste the green celery as it was very sweet and from the local farmer. So everybody picked up a stalk of stalk, and then they just looked at each other. Mrs. Gleason kept smiling. Would you like to try some of the dip, Mrs. Lynn? It's my own recipe. Sour cream and onion flakes with a dash of Tabasco sauce. So Mrs. Glynn told Lency Namioka's mother to try some dip. Dip is a sauce which the American people, they eat along with salad. And she said that she has made it with sour cream and onion flakes and a little bit of Tabasco sauce. It is a red sauce made with pepper. But Chinese people, they do not like to drink dairy products, and sour cream was something which they never liked. So all the family members, they said, they shook their head in unison that they would not eat the dip. Now Mrs. Gleason went off with the relish tray to the other guest, and everybody, all the guests, they picked up the stalks of celery. And then mother took a bite of her celery. Crunch, it's not bad. First mother ate it, and a sound crunch is the sound which came when she took a bite. And then when she said that it's not bad, then everybody took a bite. Raw celery had a slight sparkle, a zingy taste, means a very exciting taste you don't get in cooked celery. When Mrs. Gleason came around with the tray again, then each one of them took another stalk of celery, except my brother. Her brother liked it so much that he took 2 celery.